We will stand up again, we will march again, we will preach again, we will organize again. We are black, we are white, we are Latino, we are Native American, we are Democrat, we are Republican, we are independent, we are people of faith, we are people not of faith, we are natives and immigrants, we are business leaders and workers and unemployed, we are doctors and the uninsured, we are gay, we are straight, we are students, we are parents, we are retirees. We are North Carolina, and we're here, and we ain't going nowhere.
I pastor a pretty common middle-class church in downtown Asheville, and yet I watch a number of my people deal with the implications of Medicaid denial. I went to Leslie Boyd's house when her son died, and I didn't know what to say. You know, the quality of one's health care determines the quality of one's life. And when the General Assembly decided last year not to accept the 100% federal funding for Medicaid expansion, they put at least 500,000 lower-income North Carolinians in jeopardy. And we are to do no harm. And look what we have done. 30,000 of those were veterans. Medicaid provides for seniors in nursing homes, for people with disabilities, for children, for working families. Now, from a faith perspective, are we not called to care for the most vulnerable, to care for the hungry and the hurting, to care for the sick and the diseased? I am here to say today that I am tired of political leaders talking about their belief in God and then making political decisions that hurt the poor and the vulnerable.
That's right.
So I call on the state legislature and the governor to rethink this Medicaid decision, to accept the money that the federal government is offering as other southern states have done, so that we might be able to care better for our poor. My congregation works with Community High School in Swannanoa, North Carolina. 95% food insecure. When these kids go home on the weekend, they don't know if they will eat again before they come back on Monday morning. They don't know what they will do if they get sick. It's time for this to change.
Yes.
Many of the families who've been denied Medicaid coverage are homes that are headed by women. And these homes often have one or more children. I'm not talking now about irresponsible people. I'm talking about people who want to pay their bills, who want to do the right thing, who go to church and want to be moral in their actions, but are caught in a system that does not allow them to thrive and sometimes hardly to survive. It is immoral.
Yes.
It is wrong.
Yes.
In a country in the United States to deny decent, affordable health care for those who need it. Healthy kids need healthy parents. North Carolina needs a healthy workforce. Whole family coverage makes sense.
Yes.
Healthy people have greater success in school, in work, in caring for their children. The greatest discouragement from work that an individual can experience is chronically poor health. Federal funds for Medicaid expansion will help generate an additional $1.3 to $1.7 billion in state domestic product each year. Will create 25,000 new jobs. So the issue is not affordability. People who have good health care are more likely to receive preventive services, primary care, and chronic care management, and are less likely to end up in the emergency room, which is the most costly place you can be. So the question is this: why? Why are we choosing not to care for the most vulnerable? What possible moral reasoning can we make for that? It is possible to provide Medicaid and still be responsible financially. To say otherwise is a false choice that our political leaders are trying to make us see. So the issue for us, people of faith and people of moral conscience, we have to be vocal, we have to be persistent, we have to be diligent. We have to say, we will not let the poor and most vulnerable be treated any longer in this way. Thank you.